Good morning, everyone. AM Path Jack covering the Forex markets. It's March 16th. This is Bob Icino along with Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners. Things that happened overnight. We got that Aussie unemployment change that we were looking for. The forecast for the change in jobs was only positive 16,000, but it came out negative 6,400 jobs. So 6,400 jobs negative versus a positive expectation. The Aussie unemployment rate was supposed to remain unchanged, but it actually ticked up a couple of tenths at 5.9% from a last of 5.7% and a forecast of 5.7%. Participation rate was the only thing that came in line. It did not move. It was 64.6%. We also had the Bank of England's interest rate decision, which came out a few minutes ago. We actually waited to record to get the Bank of England rate decision. No surprise except for one thing. The rate remains at 25 basis points, 1/4%. The Bank of England asset purchase target for March remains at 435 billion sterling. No change there. But the asset purchase target was a 9-0 vote, and the interest rate status quo was an 8-1 vote. Kristen Forbes dissenting on the vote to keep rates the same. She voted for a 25 basis point rate hike. Now that actually caused a lot of conversation, and it caused a rally in the sterling. That is a tiny, tiny speck of an idea that the Bank of England may be slightly behind the curve. Her comment was the anticipated slowdown has not materialized. Now, there has been a little bit slower data out of the UK as of late, but definitely that's going to put a seed in the mind of some market participants that the Bank of England may be behind the curve. Now, we got our big news in the US yesterday, but there was some more big news out of the Eurozone overnight. Eurozone Consumer Price Index month over month, 0.4 versus an expectation of 0.4. That obviously is a plus or minus 0.4. And the year over year CPI in the Eurozone, 2%. Now, this is a final reading of February, so we didn't expect much change. The core also was unchanged versus the last at 0.9%. Now in the US, we do have a little bit of data today. We've got housing starts expected to be up 1.4%, building permits expected to be down 2.6%, and initial jobless claims expected to come out 242,000 versus 243 last. We don't expect that particular news to move the market much, considering that the rate hike decision in the US was yesterday. We've talked about that enough, so I'm going to turn it over to Mike to let you know what he's seeing on the charts.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Bob. Euro trading between two key GAN areas. We've already rallied up today, tested the 107.45. If we get back above that level, then you're looking for higher prices at 107.67 and then 107.88. If we pull back where we usually already pulled back to this GAN cluster area, which is between 107.03 and 107.07. So that's if we pull back, watch for a retest there. Then we have a declining trend line. And then the next major level below that is 106.79. So those are your key levels in the euro. Pound. So you pulled back earlier straight to the 8. Now we've rallied up. Bob talked about that with their rate decision. And now we've hit our next key GAN level higher, 123.32. Slightly above that, we have 123.47, then a flat 50, which comes in at 123.55 and a declining trend line. So there's a fair amount of resistance all in this area. So that's what you should be watching for. If we rally up all the way to the trend line, you're looking at about 123.70 area. Once we get through the trend line, whenever that is, the next level higher is 124.07 up there, which is also right near a prior breakdown zone. Again, if you pull back again, watch for support around 122.99 and then 122.58. The yen has rallied a bit today up to 113.55 GAN level, broke through this trend line, started to move down, and now is back above it. If we continue higher, watch for around 113.88, 114.01, and 114.20. That's all right here. Lots of resistance overhead. If we move back to the downside, first level support right around yesterday's low and another GAN level, 113.23, followed by 112.90, followed by 112.47. Swissy broke through our trend line yesterday. It's now completed the full path move, which is 99.71. On a continued move lower, we have a lot of support right around 99.53 to 99.46, which is this level. You have the 200 coming in at 99.39. And then beyond that, you have the end of another little clear path at 99.13. If we rally back, watch for a possible retest of around 1,009, followed by 1,0042 area. We have the rotation zone now starting to roll over, so that at some point will come into play and provide resistance. Aussie US dollar, very big move yesterday, ran up to our trend line that's been in place for a while and then poked through it to a very key GAN level, 77.16. We've pulled back. We're back below the trend line. We've already tested the 76.74 significant level and rallied back off of it. Now we're sitting at the 76.91 GAN level. On a move back above the trend line, watch for a retest of today's and yesterday's highs around the 77.16. And if you get through there, the next level up is going to be 77.40. Pull back again, watch for 76.74, followed by 76.69 area, and then we don't really have much of anything until 76.41. CAD, huge move yesterday, stopping dead on our significant level, which has been on these charts for a very long time. Today we pulled back, found support from another trend line, and rallied back off the 132.83 level, back to nearly touching the 133.22 GAN level. So those are your key levels in there. If we continue to move higher, watch for 133.65 resistance, and on a move back down, support 132.83, followed by right around today's lows at the flattening 50, and then if we do break through there, 132.52. Finally, the peso through our trend line, through this target significant level, which now I'm just changing back to a significant level since it's been hit. Reaching down towards our next key GAN level at 19.1282. Barely missed that one today, so that's still a very key level. If you get through that level, next support is around 19.0277. If we rally back up, watch for a retest of that 19.3883 level, followed by 19.4253. Then we have the declining 8 coming into play right around 19.4892. That's all I have for you. Lots of big moves yesterday. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Bob.
Thanks, Mike. Not much more to say, so we will just say thanks for watching and click like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. Cheers, guys. I'm Bob Ichino. That was Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners. We'll talk to you in the next video.